All right, let's talk some more Colossal Tomb Raider, Volume 2, with the Tomb Raider Journeys, issues 5 through 8. Continuing this weird Tomb Raider series. Um, we'll start with issue 5 here. Laura's going to a high school reunion where she meets up with the current prime minister, who she used to pal around with. He was like a punk rocker back then. And she wants to meet the professor from the issue 0 that she thought she let down, but he has died. And once she gets to the school, they all get zapped to being teenagers again. She has to fight a knight to prove her worth, essentially. It's a fine issue, but nah. It's kind of a whatever thing that's a digression from what we've been talking about with the Journeys stuff. Although it does have the theme of more ghosts. I give it a 3 out of 5. It's just okay. Then issue 6 of Journeys, she goes meet the Prime Minister guy wants her to investigate a stolen artifact, and the place he's staying at is haunted, and they're talked to by none other than the ghost of Winston Churchill. That kind of sends Laura on her mission. She starts kind of putting things together with it. That's about it. It's a neat little issue, but not great. Also, another 3 out of 5. Next, we get to issue 7, which is Laura's gone to Australia in search of this artifact that's been stolen, and she goes to this old west town to try to get information, and the only way she can get information from this guy is if she duels him. But she's made a promise that she'll never shoot another human, even though in Jason Bonney's run she was gunning people down left and right. And this is clearly not a thing. This is something from the... I can't remember if it was a half or... It was the half... It was issue 0 that was this story. Where when she dealt with the cursed Roman artifact, she promised that guy she wasn't going to kill anyone, I'm pretty sure. So it was Wizard 1/2 that dealt with issue 5. Sorry. A lot of this is not very memorable stuff, so please bear with me. She has a twist on it. It's kind of whatever. Another 3 out of 5. I'm sorry here. I'm not enjoying Journeys as much as I thought I was going to after reading issue 2. It's kind of just weird. And they're one-off adventures that tie in together, but in a bizarre way. And then we get to issue 8, and quite frankly, I'm not sure what happened, other than she went into the dream world after trying to find this Aborigine tribe. We never see her enter the dream world, but we're told she's there. And like a bunch of weird things happen, like she fights a dragon, she meets a boatman, who I'm supposed to think is an allegory for the boatman in Hades. But he's the most top cow looking character I've ever seen in my life. He is just a long-haired dude with butterfly wings? What? And then she runs into freaking Dracula from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's not really him, but it looks like him. And she has to learn to like accept her failures. I don't know. I'm sorry, but this issue is bad. If it weren't for the art, it'd be unreadable. It's esoteric nonsense. Or as I like to think of it as esoteric slop. I hate when authors do this and they want to do something like artsy and like esoteric and make you think about something with a comic that normally doesn't do it, but they don't really feel like committing to it, so it just comes off as like filler slop. Like this issue just felt like filler for the sake of being filler. Now watch, and it's like the most important issue of Journeys, and I'm being terrible right now, but on its own, this was bad. Like, straight up bad. With good art. And some interesting things. She does write on the back of a lion for some reason. There's a lot of things that happen for some reason. But I must say, the Journeys series has overall been a weird step down from main Top Cow Tomb Raider. I can understand like why this never got collected and like no one talks about this anymore because it is just meh. I got another 4 issues of this to go through before I get back to those weird Tomb Raider one shots, but it's making the big takeaway from these issues is like they're fine. In each issue, I hadn't really discussed this. Each issue is a different artist. It's the same author, but it's different artists each time. And I, quite frankly, that's already throwing me off. Where it's different artists. It's not like it reminds me of Marvel Star Wars 108, which we'll get to this year. Don't worry, we will get to 108. But that was like a whole pile of artists for one issue, and it wasn't like it was multiple short stories. It was just one issue. This feels like that, where this should be like a graphic novel, but like it was released as 12 issues. I wonder. I just don't get it, and it's really proving that Tomb Raider just doesn't work. It's like a long-winded story. I mean, having a little bit of continuity is fine, like what the main comic line did for 50 issues. That was fine, but I always like joked that it was like the most rushed comic ever because like something that would be a 4-issue mini, like 4-issue arc today is a 2-issue arc, or sometimes even a single issue arc, like a one-shot kind of deal. But this is like, we want to do that, but we also want to have this big, grandiose narrative that I don't know what the real point of it is. They're all connected, but like it's just the weirdest thing. I've never read anything quite like this. And I think that's a good thing I've never read anything quite like it, because it's just funky. That's the best way of putting it. It's just a funky story that I'm not caring for too much. And it's like kind of overstaying its welcome. So anyway, have a nice day.